All right, now that we've turned off the roof choice, we can go in and we can start looking at the enclosure. We know we've got a couple different types of walls here. If we zoom in, we've got glass panels that are sitting in a track and appear to be set inside the flanges. So we've got a large glass panel that doesn't look to be operable, and then we've got windows off to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just model in a series of these glass panels and assume that we can use them for the other sides of the building as well. So as we zoom in, I'm going to create a box around that first lower version of that panel system. And I'm going to guess that we've got a metal track with glazing inside, and I'm going to just create a box around the entire thing. Now, right now, this drawing is showing that the frame runs flush to the frame of the actual building, but I think it doesn't. I think it sticks out just a little bit further. So we're going to take that into account as we do the extrusions. So I'm going to double-click right now on just the two-dimensional graphic that we've got in there, and I'm going to make it a component. And I'm going to call it glass wall 1. There may be more, so we'll do that. So we've got replace selection with component, and I'm going to click create. And as it creates that component, now what we can do is we're going to open the component by double-clicking on it, and I'm going to just simply extrude that shape all the way up to the underside of the beam. Again, not having the actual construction documents, we're taking a few liberties here. So now that I've infilled that section, I'm kind of ready to work. I'm going to go back in and turn my perspective on. I kind of like to work in perspective. I had it off to hide the roofs. So now I'm going to open up my component, my glass wall, and introduce you to a new tool. This is the offset tool. So what we can do is select the offset, and then we can identify the lower version, which is the easiest to get to since we don't have other geometry. We can grab the edge of that panel wall, left click, and then you can see that we can drag in, and that offsets the frame geometry for the glass wall. Not knowing exactly what it is, we're going to kind of just take a guess, and we're going to say that we think it's about 4 inches. And what you can see is that does give me a frame for the outside for that glass wall. Once we have that, I'm going to push the wall. I'm going to select the inside of that pane and push it until it meets the other face. And you can see that once it clicked to the other face, it deleted. And you got to be a little careful and try that a couple times. So now I've got the glass frame for my wall. Now I'm going to go in and I think we're going to add our glass panel. So I'm going to just keep it single, just a single face for the glass. I'm going to select the inside center of the frame on the top left corner, pivot my view so that I can slide down and select the bottom face. That, and now I'm going to deselect and close my glass wall up. That allows me to kind of see what I've got going. So that looks to be fairly representative maybe of what that glass panel looks like. The nice thing is that it's a component. If we do want to make some minor changes, we can do that later. After that, I'm going to hold down the Control key and move, and I'm going to make some copies. And again, don't forget to slide in and move your view so that you can get right in there and put that panel right in place. And there we go. We've got 2 of those panels. And now we'll make one more copy. We'll move it right to the outside edge. And that gives us the start of what our glass panels will be. My next step will be to copy that panel or that wall system to the other locations in the building where that panel fits. If we need to make changes to the glass panel, we'll do that as we move forward into the next section.